Welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. With over 20 years of real estate experience and selling over 150 homes a year, Laura Sanders is the #1 RE/MAX agent in the state of Florida for 2021. Join us each week as we discuss how to make money through buying and flipping homes, to renting versus selling, and everything in between. To join the conversation, call in live. 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Hi, and welcome to Making Money with Laura. I'm Laura Sanders, your host. The reason why we got this program going is because I specialize in residential real estate, and I help people make money when selling their home by making home improvements and other things that can help you to increase your cash flow. So today, though, we're going to talk about how we can help realtors and other people in sales industry make money. And how do we do that? Networking. Networking is one of the most important things we can do, and I do it often. And a lot of people say, well, why should I network with people that do the same thing I do? Well, we're going to tell you why today. So we want to welcome a very special guest. They're all special. No, they didn't take the short bus. They're all special. We want to welcome Heather Kaminsky. She is with Broward Real Producers. It is a magazine that we have that goes out to the top 500 realtors in specifically Broward County for that magazine, but there is one in Palm Beach, and they do that
in Miami.
Miami. So
we have 100 across the whole country.
I only care about the one that I was in.
So yeah, it's a magazine that was started for the top realtors and for our special partners to network together. And as you said, people always go, well, why would I want to go to an event where there's always the other top realtors? You know, right. Rather than, oh, I want to go to an event where I can meet quote unquote clients.
Right, people that are going to buy and sell.
Exactly. Well, first things first, how are you going to get your offer accepted if nobody knows who you are?
Right. I was actually just talking to a lender the other day that got a call from an agent, and the agent said to them, well, you know, FHA, and I call that always people that aren't educated on different things, but you know, really to make this deal work, you're going to need a good lender, and you know, and of course the lender's like, well, I am a good lender. So then the lender says, you're with RE/MAX Direct, and he said, yes, I am. And he says, do you know Laura Sanders? And he goes, yeah, I know Laura Sanders. He goes, well, I work with her all the time. He goes, okay, enough said. So that helped to solidify for the realtor to know, because a lot of times we don't know who to trust. People are like, they throw stuff up against the wall, and it's like they're just trying to make deals happen. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. 22 years ago, I'd put anybody in my car. I didn't care. I qualified. I don't even know what that meant. Like, you want to buy a house? Like, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Nope.
Now I'm like, I don't have a lot of time to waste. I want to make sure you're qualified. Before I even show you that house, I want to make sure the taxes are going to work, the insurance. I mean, with insurance where it's at today, we have to make sure of that. And I think like some of your sponsors, like your insurance agent, I hear he can write wonderful policies. People are under a misconception that everybody writes with the same policies. I had an insurance agent who was in a networking group of mine. They recently sent me an email telling me, we can't find you any better insurance. You're just going to have to renew this policy. I went to another guy and boom, better policy. That's why, again, I always say, like, you need to be in contact and know educated people, and also be able to call other realtors to bounce things off of, to ask.
And it's the best way to learn as well. So I always say, and I've said this since I was a little kid when I first started getting in business, I always say it's who you know to get the job,
right,
and what you know to keep it. It's the same as networking.
Right.
It's really the truth. It's who you know to get in the door, who you know to learn things. But if you're not smart like you are with your job and you know what you're doing, then you're going to lose it. It'll be a disaster.
Yeah.
So you still need to know people to get there.
Right.
And then you need to know the best that can help you with your toolbox. And that's the same as knowing.
And your toolbox is the insurance people, the title people,
mortgage
people. Like, every mortgage lender doesn't have the same program.
And I was even
So-
and I was even just on a website, just playing on Facebook, with our group, that we have a top private group so everyone can ask questions, learn from each other. And I was just on their other site too, and someone was saying, oh, where'd you get that book? And the other guy's like, well, I'll get you one if you do the deal that we put through,
Oh,
So
wow.
they're joking, but at the same time, they know exactly who each other is. And you want a lot of that going back and forth, and it just puts you back in front of their face.
Right.
And I was talking to another real estate agent during this time last year when when there was 40 deals on one
40
property.
offers on one, yeah.
And when they see there's over 35,000 real estate agents in Broward County. When they see all of these real estate agents come in and they don't know who they are, and they see Laura Sanders,
I think I'm number 10.
you are.
Oh, wow. That's not bad. And the other 9 people, sometimes those names
Those
are
are
actually
mostly teams.
Teams, yeah. I'm an individual. Which
Yeah, and
means-
actually the ones also above you are a little different, where they do mostly luxury.
And so they sell way less than I do. I'm definitely a numbers.
So a
girl.
few of them will sell like 24 deals, and their average price point now is up to like $6, $7, $8 million.
It's almost like, what is it, cum laude? Like a real
You are.
estate, right?
You totally are.
Yeah,
So people want to learn from you, and they want to know who you are.
And I want to, which is crazy, right? We were just talking about an advertisement in your magazine. I'm not going to be specific because I don't, but but we were talking about it, and I said, it's like these people are doing things. A lot of times, people that are teaching do not do what I do and can't do what I do, but they teach, and yet I'll talk to them because I feel like I can learn a little bit from everybody, right?
Definitely.
Right, but at the same time, I never feel like I'm good enough because I want to learn more.
Well, those of us that are high achievers
Yeah,
never feel that we're good enough.
right.
That's just something we will always have a hard time with.
Damn parents.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but
so
they gave us good work ethics, right?
I have no idea where I got mine from.
Really?
My mom did at work, right? She was a stay-at-home mom. She wanted to work. My dad wouldn't let her, right? So I guess that's part of a work ethic, right? She wanted to. He wouldn't let her. Most women are like, nah, I want to stay home. I don't want to do anything. And my mom's like, let me out. And my dad's like, absolutely not. Like, it was that kind of thing, right? And, my dad worked, he was a projectionist, like something that like today's like whatever minimum wages kind of job. But back then it was like a $30, $40 an hour job. And when eventually my dad was about 45 years old, which is younger than what I am today, they didn't do that anymore. Like it became obsolete. And then what was my dad going to do, right? But he did well, and then it was like he went to work in New York for 3 weeks and came back here for 3 weeks, and went to New York for 3 weeks and came back for 3 weeks, and it was the best 3 weeks when he was in New York.
I can relate because my dad had. Everyone would tell me how creative my father was. He passed away when I was 28. So, and we were best friends, but everyone would tell me how creative my dad was. I'm like, what are you talking about? My dad couldn't even paint. My dad didn't even know how to screw in a light bulb. No joke, had no clue. But my dad knew everybody. And he would ask 20 questions.
Wow.
So I know where I get that I know exactly where that comes from. But the other
Get ready,
thing.
your son's going to be doing the same to you.
Oh, he's already been doing it.
Yeah.
My son has already
Yeah.
been doing it. But where I got my work ethic wasn't even my father or my mother. It was the fact that they took my first paycheck when I was 14 years old to pay for our electric bill because we didn't have money.
Oh.
So I didn't have a choice, and I was never going to be that way.
Yeah.
I was never going to be in that situation where I relied on somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's when I learned that I needed to do it. And that's when
Where your work ethic started.
That's where my work ethic started. And that's also when, funny enough, I was also the head of Pep Club. Are you surprised? So Pep Club ran homecoming, and we ran all these events. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things is
So you do what you love.
I do exactly what I love.
I mean, you get to go out and network with people, and it's kind of a cool job.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to go out and ask people to sponsor and spend money, and it's an uncomfortable thing.
The sales part is always uncomfortable. I don't
Right.
care what anyone says. Even if you're in sales and you say you can sell ice to an Eskimo,
Right.
it's always the fear of rejection.
But that's why when you're at your events, right, it's not like you take their money and then and you go, okay, you're an event and you go, hey, you really should use this guy for your insurance, or you really should use this person for staging, they'll really help you to increase your sales, the sales value by doing the staging. Like, people buy a feeling. They don't buy, like,
no,
they don't like to see like dark browns on the walls. Like,
well, and they buy a feeling from you, you
Right.
know? So I was in commercial real estate before, and I was working with BCBG and Zara, and they bought what I would go in. When I would go into a meeting to try to get them into a mall, I was wearing BCBG or Zara head to toe. There was nothing but that's what I was wearing. I was
Right.
selling my own product
Right.
to them. So it's also believing in yourself, or believing in what you have,
Right.
and believing in your product. It's a lot harder to sell something you don't believe in. If I believe in something like you, I will sell it.
Right.
I won't take things I can't
Yeah.
believe in.
Yeah, so
and
like-
that's why I sit there like you do, and we vet our partners out.
So yeah, even the other day I was in the office, it's probably November, right? And I was in the office the other day, and a realtor said, I don't understand why realtors do brokers opens. And I said, see, now we're educating, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, so there's a couple of reasons why you do brokers opens. Number one is to make the seller happy. That's number one.
Of course.
It makes them feel good that like you're getting people out there. But in essence, what you want is for one of those realtors to remember that house, and bring somebody back to it. That's number one. But at the same time, I feel like we do such a great job networking with each other, and you realize as you grow, like there's some great people out there, like networking. Like Michael Longo's great about bringing people out, and it's like he's so good about like with the blue cars and stuff like that. So
He's got
like,
his shtick.
We have that, right? We have that camaraderie with each other, and we want to support each other. And you know what? It's like, you can't just advertise any house. So if you go to the Brokers Open, you could then, so.
You can even say, I'm at this broker's open.
Right.
And show the house, because you're there.
Right.
They can do that while
Right.
they're with you in a different way,
Right. Yeah.
You have to,
Exactly.
You understand,
So
there's obviously
hold that
ways to do
thought.
that.
We're going to go to commercial. We're going to go ahead and put one of our new sponsors on with Max Fish. He's our mortgage guy, and we're really excited to partner with him.
Whether you're buying, selling, refinancing, or building your dream home, you have a lot riding on your loan specialist. Max Fish, a top 1% mortgage loan officer in the nation, will give you a same-day qualifying quote. Max Fish is committed to providing his customers with mortgage services that exceed their expectations. Ensuring that you make the right choice for you and your family is his ultimate goal. Contact Max Fish today at 954-729-6933 or max.fisch@nwmcorp.net.
You have been watching Making Money with Laura. For more information, contact Laura Sanders at 954-650-0827 or visit her website at thelorasell.com. And now back to the show.
Hi, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura. We're here with Heather Kaminsky from Real Producers. We're going to talk a little bit more about events and what events she has coming up. Just to remind you, I am your top realtor, #1 realtor in the state of Florida for RE/MAX for 2021, hopefully top 3 for 2022. If you need any real estate help, I'd love to help you. Even if you just have a question, give me a call at 954-650-0827. Again, 954-650-0827. All right, so Heather, tell us how you should be running events, and tell us what events you have coming up for these realtors.
So I've learned to listen to realtors and what events you guys want.
Okay.
So
we love Cinco de Mayo.
So Cinco de Mayo is our biggest event, and that I do have to thank City Furniture, because they are amazing that they throw this huge party, because they believe in realtors. They are a great referral source for them. I mean,
so whose backyard is that?
That is actually the owners, one of the owners' family members. It's their backyard
Of
City Furniture. So we
Okay.
did a party at their own house.
Are they married? I'm just kidding.
I know.
Super sweet house. So realtors, you want to get to the top 500, and if you want to get help to do that, give me a call to join my team.
Yep. So it's only our partners and the
Okay.
top 500 that get invited, or
So I can
someone-
bring you, even if you're not in the top 500, I can bring that realtor.
Yep.
So you can meet and get to know other people so you can get your offer accepted.
Exactly. Anyone that's invited by Laura is always
Yeah.
invited to my events.
Unless you're
Unless
We'll get into that later.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
Unless you're a partner, because my partners pay to be at my events.
right.
That makes
Right.
sense.
We're talking about realtors because she wants realtors to be a part of her event so that she can get to know you better and help her partners generate.
And what I really like to do, and I try to tell people, the best way to network is when you go to an event, don't go in there, hit the guns blazing and give your card to everyone. Don't do that. One, go in and have a good time. Be yourself.
Right.
Be authentic. Two, if you get two really good contacts.
I don't even need to give my card. I just say a joke and then they like, oh my God, what's wrong with that girl?
Well, here you go. This is exactly why she and I became good friends.
Yeah. It's like, you know who I am.
But the funny part is people don't know that about her, you know, because she's so great at what she does. Sometimes they don't realize how funny she is. And I tell everyone all the time, I'm like, you just got to talk to her for 2 seconds and you
Yeah.
will die laughing. So I do say that. I said, do not hand out your cards. This is not for a card
It's
machine.
not that kind of thing, yeah.
Even when you go to any event, that is not what you do. You always go and be yourself, be authentic, and meet people just as you would regularly. I mean, it's almost, I hate to say it, but it's almost like dating.
Yeah.
Which is
Speaking
really
of
funny.
Speaking of which, didn't you what?
Which is really funny.
Find Heather Kaminsky on Match.com.
Which is really funny is I am Heather the connector when it comes to business and everything else.
Right.
But to find myself a date, forget it. That's just the hardest thing in the world.
And if they're looking for a date with Heather, how can they reach you? What's a good number for you?
What's a good number to reach Heather Kaminsky?
Yeah.
You can always find me at Broward Real Producers on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or you can always reach me on my cell phone. No,
Unless
I'm
you're like the
kidding.
Craigslist. No. I'm just
No.
I'm kidding.
You can't find me on
all right.
Craigslist.
So you were telling me about a funny story
So,
about.
yeah, there was a funny story. I was on Match.com. I haven't been on a very long time. And I guess I was talking to this guy, and I don't know, I kind of blew him off or whatever. Or he said I had a little bit of an attitude. Now, I probably
What
did.
woman doesn't have an attitude? I mean,
And it was probably like, are you going to ask me out or not? I mean, it was
Right.
like, you know, you sit there and you talk so many times, you know,
Right.
back and forth, like, what am I just doing
now have you
here?
seen each other's have you seen each other or just pictures online?
So it's just pictures online.
okay. So
I never
he didn't
met
look
him.
Like, right.
Never met him. I'm at a networking event, and my friend goes, "Oh, you got to meet this guy. You know, he's a great mortgage lender." And we're chatting away, and we're just having a great old time. And I'm me, just laughing, and you know, I have some witty comments here and there, and
Right.
all these things. And I banter a lot. I have a lot of fun with that, and I'm not afraid to speak my mind, just like you.
Right.
The filter necessarily isn't there all the time.
Right.
It should be. So he's just chatting away. Next thing I know, he's like, "Oh, let's have a one-to-one so we can talk about the magazine and being a partner." Well, we go and we sit down and we're meeting, we have lunch. He's like, "You don't remember me, do you?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I guess we were talking on Match. So moral of the story is be careful.
Yeah.
of what
You got to
you-
make sure like what they do for a living. You shouldn't be with any insurance, mortgage, realtors.
But the thing is, this was years and years ago
Right.
when I was doing also commercial real estate.
Oh, so it
So
didn't matter.
It didn't matter. So commercial
you-
real estate does not do
Right.
home loans or anything like that. So this is when I was doing that. So I've been in before all of this. So that's how you add the events
Right.
and real estate together, is I was doing commercial real estate. And before that, I ran a PGA Tour event in LA
wow.
called, it was the Nissan Open at the time. And I was the first female operations manager on a PGA Tour event
Oh, cool.
where there was
Do
over
you play golf?
60,000 people. I do.
Oh, okay.
I do play
I get my
golf.
clubs in January, so we can
Ooh,
try.
go back out there,
Yeah.
hit the links.
Yeah.
Honestly, golf is a great way to network,
Yeah.
especially on the 18th hole. I mean, sorry, the 19th hole.
There is no 19.
Exactly, that's the bar.
Oh,
Everyone always says the best networking is on the 19th hole.
well, I would agree with that. I like to just skip right over to the 19th hole, but
I'm much better playing golf after 2 drinks, I'm not going to lie.
oh wow.
Well, it's the same thing as you get there and you get so nervous.
Right.
You know, okay, head down this. It's the same thing as why a lot of the networking events have alcohol. And that's why dates have alcohol. It's because of your nerves, for a lot of people to talk.
I'm so glad that I don't have to do that anymore. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
welcome to my world. Single mom
Sad.
dating life. It's not the same, let me tell you.
Wow. So, okay, so you said there's a way to do it. Don't give out your card. I know you have Cinco de Mayo coming up in May.
And we are also going to be doing a cocktail competition. So we're going to be doing another event.
I can't even say what I would call my drink.
I still love your name of your drink, but
Yeah,
you can't say it on
I can't
here.
say it on here, so. If you
And
wanna
I was
know, you
talking
can
to
call
another
me.
realtor who wants to join you as well, and he was saying how he wanted to join you. He's like, what we found out is at one of my events, the group on the west side all started to become really good friends.
Right.
And it was really cool how I kind of put you guys together a little bit more intimately.
Right.
Because you will still come to the east side.
Right.
So I know where people live, east side, west side. Some people will travel some ways, some will not. So
Yeah.
I tried to keep it where most people will go to. But doing a cocktail
Because nobody's
competition-
coming west.
Yeah.
East people don't go west, and west people will go east. So
So it's hard for me to do things on the west side.
I like it that way I'm everywhere.
Yeah. I travel everywhere. You'll see
Yeah.
me. I mean, I
And
was
you
in
live
Parkland.
east, yeah.
I live east, but I was at Parkland for breakfast yesterday morning.
Oh,
That was an early morning.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So
And what created that group? What was that about?
it was actually really nice. It was a realtor.
I know who it is, yeah.
Yep, and he brought together all of his vendors to say thank you for Christmas as an appreciation.
Aw.
So
You know how much a carton of eggs is today, by the way? No, it is not. I looked it up today because my daughter was telling me, she's like, a carton of eggs. I'm like, no way. It was like $1.89 before COVID. Literally was $1.89, and I think it was $2.39 for 18. So I looked it up, and it's like 18 pack was $9.39. It was $7 something for a 12 pack, and I was saying to myself,
is that at Publix?
yeah, I looked it up on Publix. I don't know what Costco is. I have to check next.
Aldi's cheaper. We've all done that.
Oh, Aldi's is? Okay,
Yeah.
I have to look at that. Because I was looking on Instacart because I was like, I don't
Oh,
really
well then
Instacart.
Instacart just add $1.
It's more money for
Yeah.
the stuff there? Mm-hmm. They add money onto
Yeah,
the food?
always.
All right. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't like to waste money like that.
Yeah. So that's what we were saying.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. That maybe not a full dollar, but they do add a little bit.
$36 for $7?
At Walmart.
All right, well, and it's a good thing they last.
By the
I
way,
was thinking about getting chickens.
Walmart delivery is awesome too. They're just like Amazon. I know you and I have a little bit of a Amazon problem.
So my mother-in-law sends me a message today, and it says, nor my husband nor myself ordered anything from Amazon today, so the Amazon driver knocked on the door to make sure we're okay.
That would make sense.
If you check out my Facebook and my Instagram, you'll see my problem. Where one day it was like, you couldn't even get in the front door. I was like, thank God I have the garage code.
I know. You couldn't get in your front door.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
There was no way you could get in your front door.
I'm like,
I think that was for your Christmas party, though.
no, it was actually for a property that I was working on an Airbnb, and it was like a
We'll see.
center
look what you
table.
look what
yeah.
you do for your clients.
Yeah, I do like a lot of different things. Yeah,
I mean,
I could help people set their Airbnbs up if they wanted to. I could do a lot of things, and you know, and like I say, if I wanted to network to that and let people know what I do, I just I figure
no, but people don't realize how much a real estate agent does and how important they are. People think, oh, I can sell my house on my own. Don't
Yeah.
even think about it.
I just had a listing that I had, and it wasn't selling, and the guy was like, oh, drop it, you know, like 50 grand. I'm like, I'm not dropping it 50 grand. I said, spend 10 and we leave it the same price. How's that? He's like, okay. So I redid the granite, I did the backsplash, I did the floor, I took out the ugly, ugly green carpet. I took that out, right?
Well, that'll do it right
Yeah,
there.
I took that
And
out.
It probably smelled too, right?
Yeah, it didn't smell. No, they
Okay.
were super clean people. Like the house was super clean, right? But it was like one room was green, one room was red. I was like, who wants this?
Well, it is Christmas.
And so, I mean, just changing the granite. It had green countertops, emerald green. And if you like emerald green, that's your decision.
1980s.
But the house was built in the 90s.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, so I changed all this. Showings went like to 5 times the amount, and now we have 2 offers. I mean, that's amazing.
It's amazing what
Yeah.
things
And
can
I tell
be
people, let
changed.
me just do what I do, and you will make more money. So,
Right.
and sometimes it helps just salability.
Well, but that's what we were talking about with your broker's opens.
Yeah.
You ask the brokers, what would you do with this house too?
Right. So we do. We fill out the form, and so it's also to help you to get a price reduction, maybe if it's need be, and let them put. People will ask me. I'm like the one agent. Like most people are, oh yeah, tell them this, and I'm like, no. You tell me. Like if you were going to bring a buyer, what would you offer? Like I really need your help. Like
That's
I
what
need
we're
you to
here
help
for
me.
each other.
Yeah.
People need to work together.
Yeah.
And We know that, yeah.
Some people don't. Some people are haters,
Yes.
hating on my Taco Bell.
Oh, no, I love your Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I need to go on the Taco Bell diet myself.
Yeah, it's definitely see the progression. I think you guys wanted to show when I was in Real Producers. Were you showing that or you weren't showing?
I think they showed it already.
Oh, you already showed it. So that's pre-Taco Bell. That was September. No, that was in August. We did it at the very end of August. Like we were cutting it close.
Oh, yeah, we were.
So it was end of August in 2021.
One?
Right.
Yeah.
And it came out September 2021. Even Dawn was like, "Who is that? You?" And I'm like, "Unfortunately." I'm like, and you're
then-
seeing the progression, right?
And then you've seen my progression of the opposite. So
Well, I can help staple your mouth shut, and only we can blend
just
some
feed me.
Taco Bell
I was gonna say feed me Taco
intravenously.
Bell through
Yeah.
a straw.
Yeah. Oh, I have the coolest ugly sweater for Taco Bell.
Oh, it is fabulous.
Yeah.
She sent it to me, and I was like, "You must wear it."
Yes, yes, yes. My husband wanted me to wear it today on here. I was like, nah.
Not necessarily a place.
Yeah, it's too high up.
But see, even something like that. So everyone has their own thing, their own shtick, But everyone now kind of knows her a little bit as also the Taco Bell.
Yeah, that
girl.
is, yeah.
So, but
My networking though, my party.
Yeah.
like, that was for my clients and and for my networking. So
Exactly.
that stuff's important. So we're running out of time. So what would you tell people about networking that's most important?
I would say a few things is that networking is, I hate to use this term, but your network is your net worth. Everyone
Okay.
says it. And I know it's cliche, but who you know is going to help you in the future down the line for anything you do.
So if you're new to the business, don't piss anybody off.
Yes.
You need to know that up front. Like, I don't think that, I wasn't told that up front. Like, none of this was discussed about sphere and, like what people don't even know when I'm saying sphere, what does that mean? And like all these things, we don't even have time to get in. We could do this another
my
time.
God.
We can come back and help people a little bit
Yeah,
more.
but there's fear and all that. But
yeah.
definitely, and I would tell you, don't piss people off. I mean,
Yeah.
and watch what you say.
Yeah.
Watch what you say. I have learned something really big. Watch what you say when you're out in a big group. You never know who knows who.
Oh yeah. Don't talk about people. That's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not.
Keep it to yourself.
It's really not worth it.
Yeah.
And you got to watch. And then going back to my sorority days, don't talk about boys, politics,
Yeah.
and things
So,
like that.
if people wanted to get in touch with you to advertise in your magazine, how would they reach you?
They can call me at 310-871-4731. Yes, I lived in California for 18 years. Can't get rid of my Beverly Hills number. Or you can reach me at Broward Real Producers, which is on Instagram and on Facebook.
Or if you're looking for Match.com. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway,
No, you can set me up. It's okay. It's
yeah,
just-
you have to come to me first.
Yes.
Anyway, so bye everybody. Laura Sanders, Remax, 954-650-0827, and happy holidays.
Thank you for tuning in for Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. To join the conversation, call us at the studio, 888-994-4995 Studio A, or contact Laura directly at 954-650-0827. Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. We look forward to seeing you next week.